Hey guys, how's it going? It is your boy, Manga Man Drew, and I'm here to do my manga reaction to Dr. Stone. This is going to be a little bit different of a chapter reaction. For starters, I'm going to be reading off my phone because I am having internet problems, so I do not think that these internet problems can be solved by time that I'm reading this and reacting to it. I'm already reacting to it a little bit late, but that's not going to stop me from reacting to it. I really do enjoy Dr. Stone, and if I didn't do it, or if I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't be doing this. So that's going to be a slight change in the fact that this may just be put on YouTube unedited, but that's fine. Everything's fine. I'm just going to react to this chapter. I really enjoyed last chapter. Last chapter we just saw Senku and the people in space finally land on the moon, which was great. So most likely we're going to see more of that in this chapter. So I'm just going to hop right in and see what's going on with Dr. Stone. And we start off with a Dr. Stone color page where we get to see Senku, Ryusui, Kohaku, as well as Stanley in their astronaut suits. And apparently they're like a golden brown color, which is cool. That's very interesting. I didn't think they were going to be golden brown. As we have Dr. Stone, Z equals 227. It was you. So, are we going to meet the Y-Man? I wonder what he is. Could he be a robot, an android, AI, aliens? Really, anything could occur. As we have Senku's like starting over in a primeval world. I can't speak. We clawed our way up one step at a time until we finally reached the surface of the moon, as we have just the art of the moon surface as they're looking from the moon at Earth, as everyone around the world is cheering, as you have Zeno as well as Chrome chiming in. It's like, at last we face off against the unknown Y-Man, but why only a few weapons on our side? As you have Senku or Zeno, someone saying like net shooting, ditchery for blowing stuff up, and grenade net launchers, yes, as well as our Medusa capsule. Ooh. Yikes! Didn't think of that. Voices don't travel in the vacuum of space, so the Medusa wouldn't work the normal way. Yeah, I guess, yeah, that makes sense. It's like, as you have Ginryo, and Kinryo's like, what's it mean? Okay. The petrification beam is both a weapon and a healing lifeline. The capsule's filled with air, so the mic in there can transmit our voices to activate the device. Ooh, that's interesting. As someone is speaking into the mic, accidentally turning it on or turning it off, it's like, worst comes to worst, I can throw this capsule at the enemy. no, Kahaku. It's like, and say 10 meters, 1 sec, and she's about to say it, as you just have them saying, no, stop it, and she's like, whoops, almost doomed us all. Coming from Kahaku. As you just have Gein's like, dear Kohasu's persons body's ill, or presence body's ill. It's sort of kinda, as now they're on the moon, you have Stanley's like, we can chat later, and Senku's like, yep, no sense in wasting good oxygen, as Kohaku's like, let's do this hard and fast. Oh yeah, Kohaku likes doing it hard and fast. As well as we get to see the reporter. I seriously need to remember her name, and you know what? I am going to spend the next however long it takes to remember her name. I'm going to go through this all. I'm not gonna, because I keep forgetting. Of all the characters that I remember the names of in Dr. Stone, she is the one that I haven't really gotten the name of, and that's because we really haven't seen her name spoken a lot, really. We know that she's obviously from like Tsukasa's group, the Kingdom of like Might. Minami! Oh, it's Minami. Okay, then, okay, I think I remember that. Minami. Yeah, Minami. Okay, yeah, Minami the reporter. Okay, yeah, now that's gonna be stuck in my head. Minami, as well as Gin, like, chime in. Minami is like, that's it. No profound sense of romance about being on the moon itself. As Gein's like, we have a soldier, an efficiently aficionado, and a lady who goes hard and fast. A golden trio that prioritizes speed as they see that they're on the rover, and they immediately jet off one of like the craters that they're on, heading for the dark spot on the moon. As we get a lovely image of what the rover looks like, and it's just great. As you have Xeno's like, your destination is the Tartarsalero Valley. I can't pronounce that. Tartarsalero Valley. It's also the neck of the bunny on the moon, coming from Chelsea, which I mean, yeah, as they're saying that's where our satellite confirmed the inexplicable dark stain on the surface, which, yeah, that makes sense. The enemy spot us from miles away. Is this tricked out lunar rover, coming from Stanley? Essek is like, better than landing smack dab in the heart of darkness, which, yeah, makes sense. It is like, what's that? Oh, yes, it happened, I knew it. Oh, okay. For spoilers for the previous video and the reaction, I made a prediction that we're going to come to the location where they planted like the American flag on the moon, and I was really hoping that was going to be the case, and we get like the scene, we get like the original like not rover, but the original like landing part for them, as well as the American flag for, I think, Armstrong. So, as you have Kawaku's like, someone planted a flag there. As you have Stanley's like, the dear old red, white, and blue of the U.S. Of course Stanley would know that. As you have Senku's like, minus the red and the blue, since direct exposure to cosmic rage bleached it white. Okay, but it still stands there, and that's amazing. As they go past the rover, it's like, only way to know is to go and see for ourselves. Oh man, I skipped an entire line of dialogue. It's like, wow, so Wyman's location just happens to be close to this spot where humanity left the flag? That does not seem like a coincidence. Something seems off to you, huh? The moon's pretty big, so there's gotta be a reason for this coincidence. Don't assume anything about this enemy that gets us killed. Only way to know is to go and see for ourselves. Yeah, coincidence, as well as we just get a double page spread of just the moon looking beautiful, the stars in the background, probably is going to be part of the thumbnail for this video. As they come to the location, Kaku's like, Kohaku, please unseal the Medusa capsule. Okay. It's like, you sure about that, Senku? And since when did you say please? And it's like, so you want me to open it here now? Yes, indeed. Please hurry. Oh. It's like, Kaku, what's with you? Senku didn't say a word. A vacuum tube for the Medusa. Senku's exact frequency, mimicking his voice. It's a fake transmission. Thank you so much for unlocking it for me. Click. Okay, so the Medusa device is about to activate. Something explodes in the rover, and it's like, toss it, Kohaku! And Kohaku's just looking, tosses the Medusa, and it's like, the perfect toss courtesy of Kohaku's crazy physical prowess. As you have that coming from, Senku, as Stanley's like, gravity on the moon's only 1/6 what it used to be, which means 1/6 times the throwing distance. Not bad. As she throws it, and the device goes off. Oh, gosh. And everyone gets to see it go off. And it's like, at last, it's within sight. What the? It's a, oh gosh, what is that? It's like, so this is what's behind the ominous dark stain we spotted. Oh, it's just darkness, and it's like, I get it. Finally, it's all coming together. The whole mystery. Oh no, the perpetrator behind the flash of light that turned humanity to stone thousands of years ago. All along, this whole time, closer than we knew. Y-Man was... What the fuck? Whoa! What? 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 What does it mean Y-Man was... Oh! Okay, for a minute, okay. To understand my thought process, when I heard the Y-Man, and I thought it said the Y-Man was you, I thought they were talking about Senku, but no, they're confronting the Y-Man, and it's just this blob of just whatever type of Q, and apparently it has to be someone that we know or that we knew or something dealing with the mystery or our history, or maybe it has to deal with NASA, and that NASA and humans specifically sent the Medusa devices to the Earth to make the Earth come back together or something like that. I don't know. Okay, I guess it's review time. Oh gosh, this was a terrifying chapter and I loved it. Let's just go over the basic reviewing process. For the most part, nothing really differentiating happens in this chapter from what we've seen with Dr. Stone. They arrive on the moon. They have their funny banter between each other with the fact that they're on the moon. We got some references specifically with the, I think it's the Apollo, I'm not 100% sure, but the we get to see the American flag, you know, the famous flag that everyone knows about astronauts, Neil Armstrong, all that cool jazz. So we get that reference in the chapter, which is cool. That's something that I wanted to see. Also, we get the confirmation that they are driving in a type of like moon rover or buggy of sorts, and that they actually landed fairly closer to the original spot, and how this original spot is actually close to where the Y-Man is. So potentially something dealing with NASA or these astronauts, or that this is something that we've known for a long amount of time and that it's now only coming into fruition. We don't know, but we pretty much are very close to knowing. Most likely next chapter we are going to get the confirmation of who the Y-Man is, so that's going to be very interesting, and we get the build up for it here. And it's gonna have to be something that I'm gonna be, the only thing that I'm going to be disappointed in, if it's something that we as the readers couldn't figure out, and that it requires like prior knowledge via Senku in them, and that we're going to get that prior knowledge when the Y-Man is revealed. So that's going to be very interesting. But we get to see how devastating the Y-Man can be, and how he was able to almost trick Kohaku into opening up the jar, which, if we remember correctly, cracking the jar and cracking the air makes the Medusa go off accidentally. So the fact that the Y-Man knew this means that most likely the Y-Man is responsible for what happened down there. If not, it's not like a sense of someone was planning it, but that this is just something that happens if you allow this Medusa device to be in a vacuum, or if you allow it to be in an environment where there's a vacuum and then there's air and then they interact, it forces the Medusa to activate. Maybe that's the case. We don't know exactly, but potentially this is also building on the idea that there may not be a traitor on Earth, and that this is something that the Y-Man knew, or something that is just inherent to the Medusa. As well as we got all of that, and once again, we had the Y-Man almost tricking Kohaku into having them all be petrified, but because Kohaku is a literal gorilla, she was able to chuck it far away enough for them to not be affected by it, even with 1/6 Earth's gravity. So that's very cool to see, as also we get the confirmation that they're finally confronting the Y-Man, as we get to see the Y-Man taking more of Senku's shape as he took his voice in this chapter, just for aesthetic purposes, which is also cool. Really enjoyed it. And unfortunately, it seems as if they have lost the Medusa device at this moment, which is terrifying when you think about it. But besides that, they are confronting the Y-Man, which is apparently this like blobbish black looking thing made of dark shadows. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but we're most likely going to get the full reveal next chapter because we are not on break next week. So yeah, this was a very amazing chapter of Dr. Stone. I really enjoyed it, as I do Dr. Stone, because it's just amazing. It's science and manga combining together. That's probably one of the best combinations I've ever seen since, I don't know, superheroes and manga coming together. But yeah, that's all I really have to say about this chapter. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not subscribe and see more of this type of content. Do all that cool stuff, and hopefully I'll be able to catch you in my next video. Alright, bye-bye!